That perfect before and after that you saw on Instagram, it might be a fake. Let's talk about it. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. The plastic surgery industry has a PhD, play, hating degree. No, don't hate the play, hate the game. Okay, we're just gonna bring out all the cliches from the 90s. Anyway, has it on lock when it comes to preying on insecurities. And I said that, but today what I wanna do is focus even more on the ways that, I hate to say it, you guys can be manipulated into thinking that what we do is magic. Today I want to pull back the curtain a little bit more and help you spot the red flags, decode the ads, so that when you're looking at it, you're truly getting a sense of what this person is capable of doing and not just what they want you to think that they're capable of doing. This may be a moment where the wizard pulls back the curtain. In that scenario, he looked a fool. The goal is not to make plastic surgery the fool here, because I am a plastic surgeon and I do love this field. But as always, you know that I want people to come in well-informed. And I think most board-certified plastic surgeons feel the same way that I do. And so I don't think anyone should be insulted by this unless they're doing this. And then whatever. So let's first start with just before and after shots. Before and after shots can be truly illuminating in terms of what a possible result can look like on that particular woman. Like I said, before and after shots do not mean that you can walk in and look like that person, right? Because you have a different DNA, you have different body composition, so your individual result will vary. But even the before and after shot can be tricky. It can be tricky because there are some tricks of the trade that I don't think that most credible plastic surgeons use. But some of y'all are guilty still, okay? So first is the lighting. So have you ever looked at it and noticed that the before is usually in very harsh lighting? The person looks all sad and dejected. They don't smile. And then the after, the lighting is soft. The person's smiling. Everything is right with the world. That's intentional, right? And so if you look beyond the lighting, sometimes you can pick up where things aren't so perfect. There's also different angles in posting. There are very standardized plastic surgery views and angles. The standardized shots for plastic surgeons are one looking straight ahead, okay? One turned 45 degrees, 90 degrees, and then 45 degrees, 90 degrees. Those are the 5 basic shots that you get as a plastic surgeon. Now some shots, if you're, for instance, doing a rhinoplasty, you may want the person to look up. If you're doing a facelift, you may want the chin to point down, right? To get that view of the extra neck fat, the extra neck skin, right? But these are standardized photographs that most plastic surgeons employ. If you see anything other than that, where the chin is tilted up, the person's looking slightly, there are different angles that obviously make you look better than others, right? People tend to have great angles. And so when those are exploited, that is a manipulation technique, absolutely, when there's a deviation from what should be a very standard practice of photographing. And then lastly, I hate to say this, but editing and AI are doing wondrous things to photos. Right? Post-production, people are killing the game in post-production. And that means you're a plastic surgeon, and I use the word loosely, or you're the person that you're looking at on Instagram, maybe employing some post-production techniques that are not true to the game. In the end, make you think something is happening when it has not happened. I'd be wary of these. Next, let's talk about the language that can be used. Anything that promises a rapid result, a quick fix, clean body, flawless, those are words that are there again to manipulate you. Actually have no business in plastic surgical speak. We don't deliver flawless results. We deliver very nice results, but even the most skilled plastic surgeons know that there's nothing that's ever perfect. We can never guarantee perfection. Again, individual results will vary, and perfection is never guaranteed. Most of the things that we do as surgeons has nothing to do with quick. I have talked endlessly, and hopefully you've seen previous videos where I've said the recovery can be a bitch. I'm sorry for the language, you know, okay? It can be really tough, right? And that recovery isn't a quick process. It's usually very slow. And the more major the surgery, the bigger the surgery, the more major the transformation, the bigger the recovery. That means the longer the downtime, and the longer till you see the final result. But flawless, quick, dream, maybe an individual person's dream, but it should never be promised to you as if, again, we are magicians. If people promise you that there's this urgency, right? If there's this false sense of urgency that's created, it's also a red flag. This procedure, exclusive offer, it's a time discount. I'm sorry, this is not a sale at Macy's. Okay, it just isn't. This is not the Bloomingdale's semi-annual sale. We should not be talking as if we are salespeople. I don't know what else to say about that. But I think it's a trick, and it works really well, right? We have September specials and things like that encourage you to sign up now versus later. At the end of the day, major decision, and it should not be ruled by whether or not you get a discount. Although I love a good discount. If you've ever heard me, seen me talk about shopping, I love a good discount. I regularly talk about how much I got off from the normal price. I love a good discount, but this is your body. I don't know, I feel like if I were to get a plastic surgery and I got let's say a breast reduction, because I think that's the one thing that I might do, right? Would I talk about how I got a deal? No, it wouldn't be my thing. I wouldn't be like, oh, I got a deal, I got 50% off. Normally, it's $5,200, but I only paid $25 because it was pre-owned. I don't even know, that's usually how I talk about my deals, right? I love pre-owned luxury, okay? So that's my confession, but credible surgeons do this all the time, but I think it's kind of silly. And then the biggest part of the language that can be really, really incendiary is framing normal stuff, normal anatomical differences, as flaws that must be addressed, right? Nothing must be addressed. If you want it, you want it, and that's okay, right? But adding, again, this false sense of urgency, but now pairing in the language of, this is your normal anatomical feature. These are your normal lips. This is your normal nose. But it's a flaw that must be fixed. I've said this before, we are not used car salesmen. And so real consultations with a board certified plastic surgeon, I might add, are about you coming in with your needs and hoping in the conversation that we have, your needs are discussed and properly addressed. But there should be no upselling. If you come in for rhinoplasty and you get sold on a facelift too, that's a problem. And if you get it at a discount, that might be great for the plastic surgeon's office and for you because you paid less. But what are we talking about? I don't know. Let me paint this again, okay? And here's the real truth. Everything that we do as plastic surgeons is a risk and benefit conversation. And the things that we discuss are whether or not the risks, which can be numerous, outweigh the benefits, which hopefully will be numerous. Truth about selling plastic surgery is that, well, there are a lot of truths about selling plastic surgery. But if you only focus on the before and the miraculous after, then it's so easy to sell, right? You too can look like this. Except one, you can't because you're not that girl. You're not that woman. And two, that woman probably is now a year out from surgery. Check on her when she's at a week and see how she feels and looks, because she probably looks crazy and feels just as crazy. Be wary of lunchtime lift or weekend recovery promises. There are some things where you can feel better after a long weekend, but to ever promise that you just need an hour of downtime afterwards, or you just need Saturday and Sunday, really an unrealistic expectation to be setting. Ethical surgeons board certified plastic surgeon. I laugh because I keep repeating myself, but hopefully in the repetition, you will get the message. Ethical surgeons will be upfront about the true risks and will welcome any questions, any concerns, any anxieties you may be having about the procedure. But they won't address your concerns and anxieties by downplaying them or dismissing them as, hey, this is totally safe, never gonna happen, everything's gonna be perfect. There's a difference, right? There's a way to relay that something is safe, or risks, but something is safe. And that you should make a decision to pursue the surgery, this procedure, this non-invasive, having all of the information and knowing everything that's possible. But again, for 99% of people, it's not an issue. Or 95 or 90% of people, it's not an issue. But if you're that one that has that complication or that risk, you didn't know that that was possible, that you will not be happy at all. Here's another reason why I keep bringing up board certified plastic surgeon. There was a study done recently, and what it showed is that only of all the things that are posted on Instagram, all the befores, there's everything, only 18% of those people posting are actually board certified plastic surgeons. Who are the rest? Cosmetic surgeons, doctors, dentists, spa owners, people who are not credentialed to do what they're posting that they're doing. I don't care how good your dentist is. He is not credentialed to do a breast lift. Not sorry. So that's another reason why you should be really wary. And look for things. Look for things like the ABPS logo, the American Board of Plastic Surgery logo. Look for accreditations. Look for degrees, right? Did you graduate school? Like my mom was saying, you got out of school. Like, did you graduate school? I don't know. Some of y'all, it's scary what's happening out there. How are y'all letting people do this to you? I don't even know. And to put this all together, plastic surgery really, really is a beautiful thing. I definitely love it, or I wouldn't be doing it, right? But I think that we need to be smarter. No, I know that we need to be smarter about what we're signing up for as patients. And ultimately, what advertisements are meant to do, if done well, is to persuade you. And there's nothing wrong with trying to persuade you to choose me or choose this person when deciding that you want to pursue surgery. The problem is that when people are deceptive and duplicitous, it could risk people's lives. And that's not what I'm in the business of, and most, if not all, board certified plastic surgeons would agree with me. The rest of y'all who aren't credentialed, jury's out. Well, okay, let me not be too drastic. I think even people who aren't board certified plastic surgeons care about safety, I think. I don't know, but I think. But your actions do not say that I care enough about safety for me, right? Because if you're an OBGYN who does tummy tucks, please tell me where you got the proper training. And I don't mean the Board of Cosmetic Surgery. I really do mean the proper training to do what you're doing. I'll wait. So what I want you as a consumer to do is to really spot those tricks. Look at the differences in lighting. Look for wavy marks that come from frank editing of pictures and Facetune. Question promises that sound too good to be true, and pay attention to what is not being said. And once again, for the 50-11th time, verify the credentials of the person who you are choosing, possibly, to undergo a procedure or surgery with. Plastic surgeon can absolutely be amazing, again, but only when it starts with honesty and transparent and not deception. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. I want to hear from you. Have you ever had or seen plastic surgery ads that seem a little off or misleading? Let me know in the comments below. Please, all comments and questions below. Please like and subscribe. If you like this breakdown, if you like to hear the truth about plastic surgery, please like and definitely subscribe. Turn on your notifications and meet me here every week for more content just like this. As always, love you lots and bye for now.